Greetings, everybody. Today we're going over an invoice generator. So I've already built this thing a while back, and coincidentally, it's fairly useful. I can basically fill out a work order with basic information, and then I have some details regarding whatever this website or web application is going to have. Now, I've written over some outlines here that's going to kind of tell you what I'm dealing with. My suggestion is to itemize both your client and your server side separately. A lot of times you'll get interested people, but they just want to have a brochure for their business online, which is fairly simple. Would take something. I typically have a template ready for them, and they could just choose a theme for something like that, and it would have like a contact. And really, there's not a lot. You don't even need a database a lot of times for that. But the admin side, depending on what kind of data that brochure is collecting, could be rather complicated. So go ahead and take some time to research what people have been charging. If you can find that information out, you might want to speak to some colleagues, or maybe go to some business networking meetings and see if somebody's friendly enough to tell you. I would say be really specific about your details regarding this app, how many tables in this database, if it's something like that, kind of the generic size has a price, I guess. Are a lot of these going to be encrypted? How many APIs are we building here? How many CRUD systems? And like I said here, if it's a client side, have like a standard price or a company brochure with a contact form. I would basically, just like the other, dial out each item is worth a specific dollar value. And then from there, I would also have a library of all these functions already built so that you can move efficiently and have a consistency. So like have your slideshow for your media, whether it be video or images, have that slideshow already built, that module. Have something that will build out a Google map or whatever you're using ready to go, an events module, because almost all these will have they're going to have brochures that'll have some media available. Events are very common on these brochure sites. They're something that you could just have ready to go. So something that you can basically have a consistency throughout all of your work, and if you need to update it, it's a quick, easy update. And I would recommend having a framework ready that you trust, and maybe keep it updated every annually, so that you'll have something that you can get started at that's consistent, and you know that it works, and you're not trying to learn on the fly. And I think this is something I kind of tell myself, because I build a lot of things and just use them on my own and don't make any money. And these are just toys. It makes you a good developer to an extent, but you're really not a successful developer unless you're actually getting paid. Otherwise, you're kind of a novice. Because the real profession it's actually, you're called a professional when they pay you. So coincidentally, I would recommend finding a way to market yourself that actually generates money. I'd be really careful about working with friends and family, because they tend to want free stuff. I don't know why. But get a contract for that, because if you don't have something signed, you will end up working for free. Anyway, I have started this GitHub, and it's a repository that's really light right now. I'm basically putting together a template that I got from the Bootstrap templates. As you can see, I'm not using Bootstrap's JavaScript at all. I'm using their CSS. But we'll be changing up this a lot, and this is all going to get started. What I'm going to be doing basically is, as you can see, I've got the ability to fill out all this information, and everything's itemized, like I said. All these little modules or something that you're going to see typically on a client side. And then over here is the admin side, where do they have to integrate with a merchant account? How much are they going to back up? Sometimes, I'll have a GoDaddy account that backs up daily. So this one is going to be changed up. You want to have that framework I was talking about. Are they going to have it? Obviously, it's going to be something you're going to want if it's an admin logging in to do some data crunching. There's all other things like this could be put in here, and you can get very detailed. And it would generate basically what you wanted to do. So I guess let me fill this out. Okay, so I also would say, for instance, if you're going to have a support rate, that means that you're on call a lot. And so if there's something goes down or they want to update something, they're going to call you. That's worth your time and to be on call. That means like if you're on your honeymoon or on vacation, someone might call and ask you something. What's that worth to you? And if you're not interested in that, you might want to think about who you're working with and if they actually you want to hire somebody outside for support, because that can be troublesome. You'll need to bring a computer with you everywhere you go. So supporting, that's something, this can be tailored into whatever you want to tailor it to, obviously. And we'll get through that. But like I said, I'm going to keep working on this here. Okay. As you can see, I've generated something out. Now, I'm going to print it, or you can email it, obviously, if you want to have that there, if that's set up. And then you can get started. So it's a good place to view, save, and print your information. Now, what I'm trying to do basically is make it so you can run your own business on this. As you can see here, this app was your monthly balance thing, which I ultimately already have ready. I already built this for the public. It's on my GitHub for free. Here's the instructions on how to use it. Here's a kind of a view of like what it looks like once you've updated and you've uploaded one of your own like bank files. This all works locally. Your bank information goes nowhere. It's just in your local storage. And this way you can kind of, like, let's say you want to single out how much you spend on coffee a month, or how much all your streaming applications are costing you, all your subscriptions. You can kind of dice up your costs, your income and expenses here for your business. And also the Taskmaster. Obviously, we're familiar with this. You can build your own tasks. You set up the date when it's due. It's integrated into a calendar, and you set the priority level. So, I don't know, make video, and it's going to be due the 15th. It's high priority. There you go. And as you can see, it's color-coded, and it lets you know. And these change colors, obviously, when it comes down to it. But let's go back to this. I'm also going to be probably putting in, now that I have this work order, I have the analyze, the monthly balance, and the counter. This tells you how much you worked, basically. So I just clicked it, so I'm currently working. And then from there, I can say I clocked out. You know, it's 0.0 hours because I just turned it on and off. And then it just keeps going. So I'll probably build something like this as well so that you can legitimately clock your hours. And then people come along and say, okay, well, how much did you work for my project? And you have a billing source of information. And so I'll go ahead and keep building on this for the public. As you can see, I've got it built in React. And what I'm probably going to do is also teach you how to take something out of React and then into Vanilla JavaScript pretty easily. Like these are all just going to be basically variables. Makes it a lot easier. And we'll build this out from React into a public GitHub for everyone to be able to use these little application modules for their business. And this is the intro video, and we'll keep moving from here. I hope you enjoy it.